I think we're about to spend the most amount of money in salvage I have ever spent in one single time, but we now have the points to go ahead, third pack this weapon, put cryo freeze on it, swap to this weapon, make this weapon third pack. But not only that, let's go ahead and max them out in salvage tiers. So we have right here a fully maxed out single TEC-9, we've got a fully maxed out burst fire TEC-9, and we've got a fully maxed out full auto TEC-9. So when we get to round 55, we can fully test these and see which one's best. This right here does more damage than any AR in the game. All right, now that we've made our way to health cap, we can see exactly how this weapon's going to perform all the way on round 1000. All right, and welcome back, guys. It is time for their Pack-a-Punch testing video. If you're new to my channel or this series, every single time they add brand new weapons into Cold War Zombies, we take it in, we test it on low rounds, medium rounds, high rounds, find the best attachments to use, and see if it is a good weapon. This time, it is the episode you've been waiting for. We're testing out the new TEC-9 SMG. We're going to find out what's best. Is it best to use a single fire, full auto burst? It's the first time we've really had a weapon like this, so there's a lot of testing to do. And on top of that, is this the new best SMG in Cold War? I have a feeling that this might be the top dog when it comes to SMG, but we're only going to find out after we go and test it. So let's go ahead, hop in game, and test this bad boy out. All right, and here we are now loaded into D Machine. Let's go ahead and test out the damage values for this weapon. At range, we are doing 278 damage, and at close range we are doing 347 damage. For a body shot, 66. That is a very large amount of damage for an SMG. And I'm not gonna lie, after doing our Dark Aether in one game for this weapon, I have a feeling that once we get the perfect attachments on this weapon, this might be the single best SMG in the entire game and one of the better weapons. So as always, I will have kind of a showcase of all the attachments that I do end up running on this video right at the very end if you are curious for that. And then here's the inspect for the weapon. Pretty good, and as always, it's a DLC weapon, so the camo coverage is really good on it. All right, one thing I do plan on doing to properly test this is I actually plan to have all three TEC-9s in my inventory at one time. I know I could just apply blueprints, but I feel like it's not going to be as fun that way. So Left, if you go ahead and pick up these shotguns on the ground, and I will take your TEC-9 off you. We got Left helping us out in this video. As always, his link's going to be in the description if you want to check him out. We're going to have to get 3 separate TEC-9s. So now we have this one right here. This is the single fire one. We can go to apply blueprint, and we're now going to have a 3-round burst one as well. And this blueprint is going to have the exact same attachments on it. So we've got a burst one, and then we've got a semi-auto with the same attachments. We're going to do this one more time with mule kick, and then we'll have 3 TEC-9s in our inventory, a single fire, a full auto, and a burst TEC-9 all at the same time. Now, obviously, before I can do that, we got to go ahead, open the map, get Pack-a-Punch open, and, you know, be able to actually buy mule kick so we can get 3 weapons. While I'm doing that, if you're new here, want to sub, I would greatly appreciate that. And on top of that, I got to give a massive thanks to everyone who's give a like, comment, and watch this video in its entirety. Those 3 things help me and my channel out greatly. All right, there we go. Now I've got mule kick and enough points. Gonna go ahead, buy a few tomatis on the ground for Left to pick up. And then we will get our third and final TEC-9 here. So there we go. And this one is going to... Oh, now here we go. Now we have 3 TEC-9s in our inventory. We got our single fire one. We've got our burst. And we've got our full auto. So, yep, that is that. So now we got to grind out some rounds so we can go ahead and actually start pack-a-punching these. This is going to be an interesting video because not only do I got to pack out and max 1 weapon, I've got to do it to 3. So interesting. So yeah, this is the Dark Aether camo on the TEC-9, and it actually looks fantastic. With that being said, let's go ahead, pack-a-punch this bad boy. All right, so here we go, tier 1 pack, 807 damage per headshot close range, and on top of that, we can go ahead, get it up to tier 1 if we don't die here, and now we are doing 1,200 damage already. Absolutely frying through the zombies on round 14. And so far, the only thing I've really noticed that's subpar about this weapon is the hip fire. Yeah, it's got okay hip fire, but for an SMG, a lot of the SMGs have better hip fire than this, and that's the only thing I'm disappointed with. I'm hoping when we buy Deadshot, it's going to be improved greatly, because it's not that bad, and I think just a slight improvement will make it a lot better. So we'll have to see. Oh, here is another Megaton. Look at this. This is a round 17 Megaton, tier 1 pack, tier 1 salvage upgrade, and look at us just demolish that. Completely gone within seconds. This weapon is doing an insane amount of damage per second right now. One thing I forgot to look at earlier, I want to see how much our magazine size increased. We've got 65 bullets in our magazine and in reserve, and of course I just shot. I didn't even pay attention. Let me go buy ammo one more time here. So we've got 65 in our magazine, and we've got 520 in reserve. That is a pretty decent chunk of ammo. All right, there we go. Just got Deadshot from the machine. That's the first time I bought Deadshot from the machine in a while. Let's go ahead and test out the hip fire power now. Let's get out of this room, though, because we'll end up going down here. Yeah, I can tell you right now, it definitely improved the hip fire potential, but that's what Deadshot's supposed to do. It's still not as good as other SMGs. It's really my only gripe with this weapon so far. Insane damage, but the hip fire could be a little bit better, but it's not bad. It's 1,000% usable, and with the amount of damage it does, I can definitely get over the weaker hip fire. And here we are at the Pack-a-Punch machine one last time. We now have this weapon third packed, but while we're doing that, we can go ahead and very quickly, because we don't want to go down here. Okay, yep, get out of the machine. Oh, and we lost our armor. Oh, that was so close. All right. So now actually we can open this door here. I'm so used to not opening this door, but ever since the iron, actually we still don't have enough points. Never mind, we can't open the door. But now we have Deadshot as well, so we are going to be doing double damage for a full health zombie. So let's find a full health zombie and see how much damage we're currently doing. Are you full health? Yes, you are. 21. Oh, I don't know why. So 21,000 for a close range. So yeah, 21,000 damage per headshot close range. And that is gonna one-tap zombies on round 26. And this isn't even fully maxed out yet. Once we get 1,000 salvage, we can put the final tier upgrade on this TEC-9 right here. Kill this zombie. All right, finally we've got enough salvage, but let's not die while doing it. Let's go ahead and test out the maximum damage per shot with the fully upgraded TEC-9 right here. So let's do it on this zombie. I'm sorry, man. You happen to be the test subject. 28,000 damage per shot for an SMG that fires at that speed. I don't know, man. I think this is going to be a very good contender for potentially the single best SMG in the entire game. Obviously, we got to, get to the highest round. We got to get to 55, see what this does on health cap, and we'll make some more opinions then. Okay, quick little checkup on round 35. Is it still demolishing zombies on round 35? And yeah, that answer is definitely yes. That was an entire horde. Yes, the beginning of the horde, we activated an ammo mod, but after that, when we just started shooting zombies, it is absolutely melting zombies like no tomorrow on 35. And we just got the 5,000 total kills for this weapon. So now we've got a max rank and all the kills unlocked. So we've officially unlocked everything for the TEC-9 and zombies. And time for another checkup now for round 45. Does it still hold up? Okay, so we activated Shatter Blast, but now it's gone, and now we're shooting normal zombies. Yeah, round 45, this thing is still absolutely frying zombies. However, we're still not on health cap yet. We got to go to round 55, so let's grind a few more rounds, but this is looking extremely promising so far. I think we're about to spend the most amount of money in salvage I have ever spent in one single time, but we now have the points to go ahead, third pack this weapon, put cryo freeze on it, swap to this weapon, make this weapon third pack. But not only that, let's go ahead and max them out in salvage tier as well. So here we go. This is going to be blue, purple, orange. All right, now let's swap weapons again. This one's already maxed out, and let's go ahead, start to finish, max this one out. Oh, come on before the zombie gets behind us. No. Oh, are we? Oh. Okay, if we would have died there, I would have been so mad. But we just spent 3,000 of the, rare salvage and a ton of points. But we have right here a fully maxed out single TEC-9. We've got a fully maxed out burst fire TEC-9. And we've got a fully maxed out full auto TEC-9. So when we get to round 55, we can fully test these and see which one's best. All right, we've made it all the way to round 55. And I'm not going to lie, this weapon's actually like kind of ridiculous. We were able to stay up in Penthouse the entire time with no wonder weapons. Obviously, the only 3 weapons I have right now are 3 different TEC-9s. And sitting up here, we've been able to just use these 3 different weapons, charging a ring of fire with 0 issues in this spot, all the way to the health cap. So you can go to whatever round you want, pretty much just staying up here with this TEC-9, charging ring of fire, continuously using it. But enough of that. Let's see what it does on health cap to a Megaton. And yeah, it is still melting it. No ring of fire, no insta-kill. That right there was a max health Megaton, just pretty much demolished. Here we go, the baby forms of it. And keep in mind, if we had dead wire, we would be doing even more damage to this. All right, now that we've made our way to health cap, we can see exactly how this weapon is going to perform all the way on round 1,000. And even on round 1,000, it is going to be killing this quickly. This is definitely one of the better weapons in the game. It is still dropping enemies so freaking quickly. But now that we're on health cap, let's test out the different barrels. So this right here is the full auto one, and you can see how quickly that is killing zombies. Now let's switch to the single fire one. Yeah, and I am tapping this pretty much as quick as it's going to let me tap it. I've got a pretty quick trigger finger. Yeah, so you can tell right there the full auto is miles better. But what about the burst attachment? Let's test out the burst attachment. So burst attachment and then back to full auto. Yeah, you guys can see that there is no other attachment you want to run besides the full auto attachment. I don't know why, but the full auto one just has the highest fire rate. A lot of times when they allow weapons to have a full auto attachment, they only allow it to shoot at the same exact speed that you're allowed to with your trigger finger with the single auto. But doesn't matter how quick you pull the trigger down, you are not able to shoot as quickly as you can with the single fire. The only way to get the maximum fire rate is the full auto. It just allows it to actually shoot quicker besides being full auto. So yeah, definitely run the full auto attachment. It makes a massive difference. And huge thanks to Curtis Wolf. He actually went out of his way. He tested all of the different barrels and got us a visual representation of all of the numbers here. So yeah, there is over a 30,000 DPS difference between the full auto and the single auto barrel attachment. So this takes it from being, you know, a subpar SMG when you have it single fire to being the single best SMG in the entire game. Because if you guys remember from our OTS-9 video, whenever they released the OTS-9, that became the single best SMG in the entire game with 94,000 damage per second. Now with this, we are doing 95,000 damage per second. So that right there, within one single season, the OTS-9 became the best SMG in the game, just to be dethroned next season when they added the TEC-9. So yeah, if you haven't unlocked the TEC-9, I highly recommend it. This right here does more damage than any AR in the game. No, it's not the best weapon in the game, but it is one of the single best weapons, and it is hands down the single best SMG. So there's no reason to not go unlock it. But make sure you grind and get the full auto attachment, because like we were saying earlier, that right there takes this from being, you know, a mediocre SMG to being extremely dominant, to being the best in class SMG. And if you're ever using an SMG and you want to do the best one, this is it right here. And as always, Curtis Wolf's spreadsheet will be linked in the description. So if you want to check out the damage profiles for any of the other weapons in the game, or you just want to see how he goes about his testing, go ahead, check that out, and make sure to give him a huge thanks, because without him, we wouldn't be able to get a visual representation of this data. But with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this one here. All we have left to do is test the cane, and we'll have tested all of the new weapons added in this season until they go about adding the marshals, and I am so excited to add that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And now, as promised, these were the attachments I was running on the TEC-9. For the optic, I was using the microflex. For the muzzle, we were using the full auto, but yeah, we were also using the burst fire and the semi-auto, depending on which one, but the full auto is the best one. For the barrel, running the Task Force barrel. For the body, we were running the Ember sighting point. For the underbarrel, we were running the Bruiser grip. For the magazine, and this one's important, we were running the very bottom one. I know a lot of people tend to run this one, but we even showed the different damage numbers. You will almost always do more damage per second by running the final magazine here. So we are running the bottom one, the 33 round mag. For the handle, we are running the speed tape, and for the stock, we are running the collapsed stock. So that was the full attachments we were running on the TEC-9 in this video, guys. I want to take the last moment here to thank everyone who's became a Twitch sub or a YouTube member, and an extra special thanks to those who have taken it above and beyond. We've got the man whose name should be really easy to pronounce, Yamaster. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Cryptic. We've got my friend with the most stable PS5 ever, DX2069. We've got the DMCA claim waiting to happen, Snap On. We have the E-Tool lawyer, you don't cross Haas, and then the absolute boss, Hunter Redon Doe. All these people have taken it a step above and became Unlock++ members on YouTube. Thank you so much, true homies.